The wind smelled of rust and ash. That's the first thing I remember, crouched on top of a crumbling overpass, with the ruins of a city sprawled beneath me like some massive broken graveyard. Every breath tasted like the old world, bitter, clinging, and dead. I fiddled with the dials on my battered receiver, headphones cracked and pressed tight against my ears, just searching for something, anything other than the endless static. And then I heard it again. Eden lives. Coordinates. 42.378 minus 71.063. Repeat. Eden lives. I froze. The signal was faint, cut through with interference, but the words were clear enough. Not just a voice out of the dark, but hope and coordinates. My breath caught. Boston. Nobody in their right mind went east anymore. Radiation zones twisted and shifted, scav gangs ran wild through the metro tunnels, and the quiet men, those mute nomads in black wearing the faces of the dead, hunted by scent alone. But hope is a dangerous drug, and I was already hooked. I packed up quick. Knife, pistol, water flask, and the silver pendant that belonged to my brother. Gone 5 years now, chasing some other myth at the edge of the ash zone. Maybe this one would finish me too. 3 days on the move, sleeping under derailed trains, scavenging what I could from irradiated vending machines, fighting twice, killing if I had to. On the 4th day, Boston's skyline rose before me, shattered and jagged like a row of broken teeth. There was a strange stillness in the air, like the city was holding its breath. I found the building at the coordinates, a federal structure sunk into the ground, mostly intact. Ivy and time had scarred it, but looters had left it alone. Geiger counter said safe, at least for now. Symbols were burned into the steel doors, machine markings, not vandalism. My heart thudded as I traced them with my fingers, and then I pushed the doors open. What happened next would change everything. The doors groaned, stale air hissing out. Darkness yawned at me, thick, unnatural. I flicked on my wrist light, cracked tiles, vines clawing through the floor, and the red glow of dead emergency lights stared back like tired eyes. Inside, it was too clean. No rot, no decay. That was wrong. Out in the wasteland, rot was everywhere. But not here. Old security scanners were gutted and spilled across the floor. The walls showed scorch marks, but no bodies. Just silence. Always worse than screams. Then, a terminal blinked to life. One word in green letters. Identity required. I edged closer, careful not to trip any alarms. The screen glitched, then held steady. Voice confirmation. Mara Sloan. Match. 91%. Access granted. My blood ran cold. I'd never seen this place before. How the hell did it know my name? A hiss behind me. I spun, pistol raised. Empty hallway. But then, footsteps. Low and heavy. Not boots. Mechanical. I backed into the terminal room, slammed the door, jammed a chair under the handle. It wouldn't hold for long. Panic surged through me. Had I been followed? Or worse, invited? The console pinged. A map flashed up, one room pulsing red. Cryocore Sector 7 active. I didn't know what I expected. Maybe food, shelter, a working radio. Not this. The footsteps grew louder, the whir of a turbine starting up. Whatever it was coming from the same direction as the cryocore. I reloaded my pistol, took one last breath of that cold, sterile air, and whispered, more to myself than to anyone else, find Eden, or die trying. And then I ran.